Hey everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, bringing you another Amiibo unboxing. Today is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask Young Link Amiibo. Yes! Super excited about this. If you know anything about my tastes in Zelda, you know I'm a huge fan of Majora's Mask, favorite game in the series. Having said that, without playing Breath of the Wild yet, still haven't had a chance to play that, so no spoilers, please. But from the games that I have played, Majora's Mask stands at the top as my favorite game in the series. Just absolutely love it. Absolutely love young Link over here. Look at him, he's just adorable. But anyway, so I went and picked this up, got it pre-ordered like the day the pre-orders went up. Went and got him. So just super excited to do this unboxing in particular. I mean, I love Amiibo in general. They pay tribute to a lot of our favorite games, but just super stoked for this one because I just do really love Majora's Mask so much. Anyways, with that in mind, why don't we go ahead and get started? Also, I got this from my local Best Buy. I have to say, they put these like big stickers on them for pre-order pickups, and they just slapped it right over the front. Really annoying. I mean, I'm not an inbox collector, but for anyone who collects inbox, I feel bad for you because, geez, that's obnoxious. You can see it left a little residue here. Anyways, I don't really care, but just in general, it's like an annoying practice. Anyways, let's get into this. Oh, yes, I've been waiting for this. When they announced this Amiibo, along with 8-Bit Link a while back, like a year ago, but when they announced this one, I actually jumped up and screamed because I wanted it so bad. Just so excited for this. Let's get him over here and take a nice good look at him. Obviously, since they already had these put aside, they just kind of chose them and put people's names on them at random. I didn't get to pick which one I got, so let's take a look at this. Yeah, luckily his sword is very not bent. That's always a concern with any Amiibo with like a sword or a weapon, staff, anything like that. Good to see I got one that the sword is pretty straight. His mask's just over here. I wasn't sure if that would be kind of like the sword and be kind of bendy, but it's not. It's pretty stable. He's holding it quite well. God, I just love this. And what I didn't realize at first was all these Zelda Amiibo are based off of the original promotional art at the time. So whatever pose Link was in for that art is the pose they went with for this, which is why he's holding the Goron mask as opposed to, say, the Keaton mask or the Deku mask or the Mask of Truth. Personally, I would have loved to see him holding the Keaton mask because that's my favorite, like, kind of non-effect mask. That and the Bunny Hood are my two favorites. But the Goron mask is still a nice solid choice. But so that's just some interesting trivia about the Zelda line. He's got his shield here. Nice detail on that. Very, everything is very solid. No bleeding or anything on there. I think the Ocarina of Time Link... No, the Ocarina of Time one didn't have that problem either. Maybe it was the Smash Twilight Princess Link. One of them, the shields are... It's like kind of... it's kind of a toss-up on the colors, but fortunately not the case here. I wish that's one thing that I'm noticing is the sheath. I wish they had just painted a little black there to just make it look like the sword would go in there, but it's just solid silver. Also, on the bottom of his boot here, not a totally clean line, but nothing super noticeable, and it's at the bottom of his shoe, where you probably won't notice it. And then on the top here, there was some little, like, I don't know, like glue or some paint that just kind of splotched weird. But nothing super noticeable again. overall, very high quality. Very pleased with this one. Might might replace Lucas as my favorite amiibo, actually. Sorry, Lucas. I love Lucas so much, but this is just gorgeous. This is the fan service that I expect out of amiibo. So pleased with this. And I know a lot of people were really disappointed when this one got announced in particular, because in the only spoiler thing that I know for Breath of the Wild, aside from what I saw on Nintendo's E3 Direct about like the 4 champions or whatever, but the only real spoiler thing I know is what each amiibo does, and this one unlocks Fierce Deity armor for Breath of the Wild. Here it is here. And I know a lot of people were super excited. They were like, "Oh, we're getting a Fierce Deity amiibo," and I was kind of like, I hope not. I'd rather have Young Link. Part of that's my bias because Young Link was my main in Melee, and then he got cut for Toon Link. So it's cool to get a actual amiibo of my old Melee main. But in addition, the thing about the Zelda line that's really cool is each of these are actually representative of their game. This is Toon Link with the Wind Waker. It represents Wind Waker. This is Ocarina of Time Link with the Ocarina of Time. It represents Ocarina of Time. If this had been a Fierce Deity amiibo, it would have technically represented Majora's Mask, but the Fierce Deity's mask, for anyone who doesn't know, is a totally 100% optional side quest mask that you obtain at the very end of the game as a reward for collecting every other mask in the game. And there are a lot. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's over 20. There's a lot to collect, and each mask typically has like a side quest associated with it. So it's a lot of time and effort that you have to invest into getting all of these masks, and then even more time to do a side quest to actually obtain the Fierce Deity's mask. So a lot of people go the entire game and never obtain it. So for the Majora's Mask to be represented by something that is totally 100% optional wouldn't have sat well with me, if that makes any sense. So I'm just glad to see it representing something that's actually just like every player will encounter the Goron mask if they just play the main storyline. And it's our actual Link who is the main protagonist of the game as opposed to a form change of Link, if that makes sense. Anyways, overall, super excited, super stoked with this amiibo. Very pleased with how it came out and the quality. I saw some people saying it looked the worst of them. I don't agree with that. Also, I think that this has the coolest unlock for as far as cosmetic stuff goes. I think as far as actual unlocks go, I think Wolf Link still has the best unlock. But for cosmetics, I think he's got the best because all the other ones do variations of the standard green tunic. So yes, the Wind Waker tunic is a little different from the Ocarina of Time tunic, but it is still the same general idea. But this is a complete different armor set, which is just really cool to see that it's just not this tunic here. When there are just so many other green tunics you can unlock with the amiibo. But overall, super excited. Thank you for watching so much, as always. Just listening to me geek out about one of my favorite games. Finally getting amiibo representation. This is Hoodie Angel Brandon signing out.